you are recording. You can start at your leisure. Is the door closed? I'll close it for you.
It's closed.
I closed it.
All right, you're
It is
recording.
closed.
Go ahead.
Brian Holtzman in the house, Comedy Store favorite.
Woo!
Is this mic
He's
on?
He's
Is
a
it on?
comics
Can you hear me?
comic. Do you like it when people say that about you, comics comic?
I don't care.
You don't
I
care?
don't really care what they say.
You don't give a shit, right?
No, I can't. You know, comics don't always get paid. How's that?
That's right. Is that what that means?
Because comics don't have
hell?
money.
They don't
What
produce
the
anything.
hell,
Mm-hmm.
motherfuckers?
I'm
So-
an improv performers comic. Only improv performers like my stand-up. It's weird.
Really?
Yeah. I do a lot of yes and.
So what's
I feel
going
like
on
it's
here?
more rants.
Who's running this podcast? What's going on? Can you fill me in? 'Cause
So this is the podcast called We Three Trolls. So we just talk about the worst things. Like we're never gonna be on SNL, so we just talk about
We're vicious
chinks
against
and-
Asians.
Join
you
the
know.
club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you don't plan on being on SNL, you're safe here.
Good.
So we just talk about the troll of the week, somebody that did something stupid or whatever, and we just talk
Yeah,
about
tell
whatever
me.
we want.
I always hear that troll. What is that exactly? If I'm trolling somebody, what am I doing?
You're
Well-
just messing with them online. Like you're
Yeah.
just. There's one that his name's Ken M. online, and he's like the most famous for it. So he goes online and he basically just pretends like he's this old guy that doesn't know what's going on, and he's just driving people crazy. But he's
who's
like,
that? Who does that?
we don't really know who he is. He just goes by Ken N.
Why don't they just block him?
Mhm.
Because people
It's
like
addicting,
complaining.
You know,
I feel-
feeling angry is addicting.
People like to argue with people online. I'm obsessed with reading the comments and people just going off on each other. It's
And
funny.
so
to
it's
me.
Rose. And how did you meet these two gentlemen? How did you?
The
this-
Comedy
this-
Store. They're friends with my boyfriend,
Okay. And your boyfriend's name is
Taylor Boss.
Taylor Boss.
Yeah,
Boss.
you've probably met him before. He
How
usually
long has he
hides in the
been-
corners.
How long has he been out of prison? Now, are those glasses necessary, or can you take those off?
I mean, for you, I could take them off.
No, will
I
you be
mean,
able to see if you take them off?
Yeah, okay, but not like great.
No, we're not those kind of trolls. He's not like a hot chick that wears the glasses.
No,
Like
I mean, I need them.
I need glasses
to see shit.
So you're gonna leave them on the whole podcast?
I plan to.
All right, I'm just checking.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what if I have to read something?
Well, what I do is I have glasses and I just put them on when I have to read something. But no, you
Only when
you
you-
go ahead. If you feel comfortable wearing those glasses, that's fine. So how did you? So you know your friends with the boyfriend, your boyfriend.
Yeah, that's how I met them, and yeah, they
And
were
you
just
both
really.
have beards. I noticed that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Boyfriend has
I
a
did
beard
have a
too.
beard. I just shaved mine. Yeah, I got rid of it. It's not a good look.
And
I needed a
then-
man
So
besides myself.
and how long have you been doing the podcast?
A year now.
Thank
A
you
year
for
and a half.
having me.
Year and
Thank
a
you.
half.
I've been trying to get you in, but we used to do it on Sundays. You weren't available.
No, I'm still doing the day job thing. You know, I'm still giving it my best shot. You know, I have it
Yeah.
next year, and I'm just gonna run with it.
And that's what are you doing exactly?
I'm an animal control officer. I catch your
Okay.
loose dog, return your found snake, you name it. Take
Wow.
a injured seabird off the beach and bring it to the bird rescue in San Pedro. We pick up 905s. 905s is the code name for deceased animals in the street that may have hit a motor vehicle or vice versa, and get.
Do you get
birds.
that a lot?
Oh yes.
Really?
They all come out at night, just like cats. The possums and the raccoons.
Wow.
They don't often make it past the street.
Do you think some of them are doing it on purpose?
Suicide?
Yeah.
Very
Like,
unlikely.
you know,
Suicide is not a popular option for the animal kingdom.
I don't know. It just feels like it would be depressing being like a possum all the time. You know, I might just run into traffic
Oh,
hoping
they're
to.
everywhere. See, it used to be a no-kill city, and they used to take them and catch them and then put them in big plastic bags inside a cage, and then put the
That doesn't kill them.
and the chloroform.
Oh, really?
To put a rag
Oh.
soaked in chloroform.
Mm.
The next morning they'd come to work and there'd be a deceased or 905 animal. But now it's a no-kill city, so they don't do that anymore. So we got them all over the place. The raccoons are everywhere.
Really?
They go in people's homes. They try to use the computer.
Dude, they scare the shit out of me. They do have hands on them.
When they have hands, you're trying to put the cum along around them, and they bat it down. Can you? Is this on video too?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. They bat it down. They bat it down. They bat it down.
They got skills.
They got skill. They know how to turn doorknobs. They're evolving. They're evolving. They're like Irish people, you know.
Then they're devolving.
Yeah. So that's how
they
you
went
got
from
this
potatoes
going.
to opening doors.
You're friends with Rose's boyfriend.
And then
you're a
we
comic,
became friends.
And you became friends. And how did you get into this demographic?
Yeah, the same way.
You're a comic as well?
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, I go up late, so I miss a lot of people that go home.
Yeah.
You know, they go home. They go up, they do their show at a reasonable hour, and they go the fuck home. Can you curse? Is this a curse-free?
Please curse it
You
up.
can bleep it out.
Yeah.
The more slurs, the better. But if you prefer just
we prefer
cursing,
racial
that's fine.
slurs. Yeah, if you can toss a couple in there.
Our listeners love it. They love all the
Who
slurs.
doesn't love it?
I have a 13-minute comedy show that I did last Wednesday evening. And I'm glad I'm doing this podcast now because I want your advice.
Okay.
Because everybody is being hypersensitive. They want to know what you're saying, how you're saying it, who you're saying it about. And it's quite frightening. So I don't know whether... Hold on. Can I take this?
Yeah, of course.
Please take it.
All right. I'm in the middle of a podcast right now. What do you want? Where's my mother? Okay, I guess you don't want anything. You ask somebody what they want, and they want to play games. Nobody has time to play fucking games, you know? What do you want? But I never shut the phone off. I don't shut it off on stage. I don't shut it off anywhere.
You'll answer it on stage, too?
It's my show. It's my fucking show. If my phone goes off, I want to answer it. I want to fucking answer it.
That's awesome.
I pay the bill, so I'm not shutting it off for anyway. What's your name again?
Joseph.
Yeah, Joseph. Yeah, I don't shut it off for any fucking thing. Any fucking thing or anybody.
You shouldn't.
That's good. You got to take a call. What if it's somebody important?
Exactly, Bob. Can I just call you Bob instead of that silly fucking name that you have?
Sure.
What is this fucking... Have you ever met a guy with a name like Bob or Wob? What is it? Woob?
Wob.
Wob. Hey, Wob, come over here. I want you to fucking take out the trash or some shit. No, it's a beautiful name. It really is. You know what name I'm in love with?
What?
Involved with? Only involved at first, but now you're saying love.
Yeah. It's Melita. Melita. Is that
Melita?
the beautiful name?
That is pretty.
Melita. Melita.
Hey, my wife's boyfriend's son is named Jamerica.
Who?
Jamerica. That's my wife's boyfriend's son. Yeah, he just went back into
an open
foster
relationship
care.
or something? What are you talking about?
We're
boyfriend?
progressive.
Holy shit!
Got
you
a
sure
wife
are.
and a boyfriend.
We're extremely progressive.
Well, I don't have a boyfriend. My wife has a boyfriend.
Rose, you want to explain this to Brittany, please?
I don't know. He's fucked
I
up.
was going to ask him.
Yeah,
but I said,
he's
fuck,
fucked
I'm not going
up.
to fucking even ask him.
Yeah, he got kicked off the show like a year ago. He still keeps showing up.
Oh my God! So I got a dilemma. I got this Facebook, and this gentleman back east wants to put this. He needs content. There's very little of me doing stand-up, but I'm afraid to release it because I make jokes, about Jeffrey Epstein and stuff like. And just for any listeners now, I'm just talking about another person's show. I'm not saying anything negative.
Right. Oh, our listeners don't give a
Joseph
shit.
and Hob and Rose and the engineer in the booth, the IT fucking guy.
That's Richard Pryor.
He just jerks off on there.
So what do you think? Should I release this or what?
Release your
It's not for
stand-up?
Facebook.
What is it the platform though for?
It's just the taping of a comedy show. It's like 13 minutes long, and he wants content. He wants to put it on my Facebook
Does
page.
he know? Has he listened to any of your stand-up? I'm assuming he has.
Yeah, I think he knows. It's
Yeah.
a little bit. But
Was it a good set? Was it a good set?
It's probably better if you know me. If you didn't know me, you'd probably say.
Do you plan on doing NBC, anything? NBC, SNL, anything owned by the Washington Post, New York Times?
No. The only thing I got lined up is Al Jazeera.
Al Jazeera.
I'm gonna
Perfect.
do a Muslim-speaking thing from a temple location or something like that. I don't know.
Okay.
Wow.
Not temple, mosque. What am I saying? Temple.
Yeah. You do your act.
That would be
guys got pretty
hilarious
dressed
if
up
you did
today,
it from
huh?
a temple, though.
You guys got real dressed up.
I'm wearing my uniform. I got to work tonight.
So
I'm wearing my
I
uniform
would do
as
it,
well.
Brian. I would do it if I were you because I think everybody, this outrage stuff that's going on.
Should we play it a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
do
could
we
do
have
that.
time? Do we have
Yeah,
time?
of
I don't know. It's your
course.
podcast. I don't want to take
Hey, you're our guest.
So
VR,
Seriously.
yes.
let's
Yeah.
play the podcast, and then you guys can tell me, should this be released on Facebook?
Mm-hmm.
I'm more gonna go ahead and say yes and go ahead and play it. But yeah. Take a sip of water.
You got Wi-Fi in here or what? What the fuck is going on in here?
Yeah, there should
I
be
don't know what
Wi-Fi
the
in here.
password is though.
It's ass play.
No, that's the name of the.
SSPL.
Is that what's the password?
That's it.
Ass play. It worked.
No, that's.
Here it is.
See, I do remember
have to
some
censor
things. Oh, we do have to censor it.
Like I care.
People would be
No.
coming here. All the homeless would be coming down here
Yeah,
From
sit-
Starbucks.
sitting in the patio area,
from
signing
Starbucks.
up for the mic.
then signing up for the mic. So basically, a typical Monday.
You live in the
Oh.
valley, huh?
I do. How'd you guess?
Yeah, I did some research before I vetted you before I came on this show. Where do you live, Rose?
Look like I live in
I
the
live in
valley.
Ty-Town now.
What
right
do
by
you thi-
Griffith Park. Do you pick up a lot of coyotes over there or what? Huh?
We have
Huh?
coyote sighting. We can't. Our instructions not to touch them, though.
What do
Oh,
you
yeah.
think carries more disease in this town? The animals you pick up or the homeless?
I know you have a choice.
Should we do this?
Yeah.
Comedy clubs. There's only about 1 billion comedy shows going on right now as we speak in the United States, and you chose this one. So give yourselves a real big round of applause. This theater is packed. They tell me it's over 2,500 people. Everybody just keep these aisles clear. There are special needs adults watching the show too. It's not all about you. What's with the bathrooms? You see what they're doing with the bathrooms now? With all this different operations going on? They just figure, forget it. We'll just make one big bathroom and then put little stalls with doors. Because we can't keep up on all the different procedures. And I'm not closing the door in there. Have you never seen the back of a man? Do I have to close the door when I urinate? Is this offensive to you? The door is only for sit-down urinators. If you're going to stand up and urinate, I don't think this should bother you. And the homeless problem is terrible in Los Angeles. In the handicap stall, there's a family of 4. I didn't get a flu shot this year because I was afraid of getting autism. 2,500 people and you all didn't get that joke? This Me Too thing is getting out of control, isn't it? I have friends who used to love women. Now they're over there giving blowjobs on Santa Monica Boulevard. Poor Louis C.K. The only thing he did wrong is he let those women live. Wow, this must be this must be a special group. This must be a sensitive group. I want to drive on the carpool lane, but I have no friends, so I pick up a homeless person and drive 50 miles out of town, then kick his ass out of the car. You're still thinking about the... Yeah, my belief system. I'm not going to change it. I'm not going to change it. I'm in a comedy club, and I'm going to keep my belief system intact. It's not funny to me at work, and it's not funny in a comedy club. You know how hard it is to get your luggage back in a plane crash you survived? What's the woman doing up in the hotel room anyway? Come on. There's alcohol involved, there's men, there's hotel rooms. Everybody knows the hotel room is just a semen receptacle. The only women that should be up in a hotel room with a man after dark is the wife, the girlfriend, the fiancée, the sister, the niece, the grandmother, the mom, or Sorry. You just can't wait to go up in the hotel room and get fucked. Meet the guy in the lobby. Go up there with a chaperone. Leave the door open. Do something, bitch. God, you go up in a hotel room with a man. You're lucky he doesn't cut your head off and fuck your face all the way to Paris. Wow, that was too much for me to handle.
Too much for me.
I can't handle it. Do you fuck with the lights off too? I said it, bitch. I went to a girl back to her place. In about 20 minutes after dinner, she starts sticking her hands, her dirty little mitts, down the front of my pants. I said, I don't even know you. I've known you for maybe not a long time. And I just left. I just left. I didn't call fucking CNN. I just chalked it up for life experience. You paper asshole motherfuckers. You're women. People want to fuck you. Get over it. I wish I had a band to say, play Get Over It. See, your minds are locking up. Your minds are locking. I can feel your minds locking up. Oh my God, did he just say that? You're goddamn right. The speech police are here. 2,500 speech police. You bring a woman into the forest and rape her and she screams but nobody hears her scream. Is it rape? Wow! I heard a rape joke! Make him stop! Make him fucking stop! Holy motherfucker! How sensitive are you, motherfuckers? Fuck this tape! I want my money back! Holy shit! We lost a good one. We lost a great one recently. Jeffrey Epstein. When that story broke, the first thing that came to my mind is, wow, 14 years old. That must have been tight.
You can't say that. You can't say that.
How do you get a 14-year-old up to your house? Rent a bounce house? 2,500 people and one bitch thinks that's funny. Where are the parents? What kind of after-school program is that? The other people are learning science and papier-mâché animals, and she's sucking dick. Where are the parents? I could just see the parents at home. She comes home. Something on the stove. So you know it's a fake story. How was your day, Margaret? Oh, it was okay. I was at Jeffrey's house today. Oh, how'd it go? Well, he let me lick his asshole. And, the father chimes in and says, oh, don't worry, honey. Next week, if you're good, I'll let you fuck him. I'm not gaining weight, okay? I've got a special needs adult who does my laundry, and they're putting things in the fucking dryer. splash a ramp and a jacuzzi. She wants about $100,000 in wheelchair ramps. Fine. Fine. These aren't just any ramps. You can't just get any Jose to make a ramp. They got to be approved. They bring in somebody in a wheelchair that's really heavy. They got to weight test the ramp. So I did it. Then she tells me she wants all the sinks lowered so she can wash her fucking hands. Another $20,000 to lower all the fucking sinks in the house. Sinks, the barbecues, the kitchen, bathroom, sink. Handhelds everywhere. And she wants all the door jams widened. It's all right. I wake up one morning, there's a note. She's fallen in love with a international wheelchair basketball champion. I think his name was Louis Mosier or something. I don't know. Famous champion from, well known in wheelchair sports circles. This bit is not making me sweat. It's the hatred that you have for me. The lights are fine. It's the hatred that's coming out of your pores for me. Because you heard this retard say some things that don't mean a shit. What are you in third fucking grade? I heard bad words. So I got the note, and yeah, he was a big champion. He was world famous. I think he was even in the Olympic trials. I didn't want to follow his career after that. But he was a champion. He scored 3 points in one game. So now I have a whole handicap-proof house. So I'm not wearing my seatbelt. I'm doing dangerous shit. I'm skydiving in the hopes that I become. I want to break my back. I want to break my fucking back so I can use all this shit in this fucking house. Or I'm looking for somebody in a wheelchair that I could possibly start up a relationship. So I'm hanging out at those stores that sell walkers and shit. I'm hanging out at nursing homes and daycare centers and orthopedic wings of hospitals. Just hoping. Some of you are probably saying, why does this guy do this? People hate him so much. Because of my mother. She always wet her hands to comb my hair. When you hate your mother, oh yeah, take it in! Oh, you gotta be kidding me, you really do. This is a joke, right? Look at me, how could you take this serious? No matter what your belief system, your political perversion, how could you look at this and get upset at anything this fucking asshole says? You have to have a fucking examination! I'll never get booked on this cruise again. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, good night!
That was on a cruise? Oh, okay.
No, I'm sorry about that. I took up that was about 13 minutes, but
That's totally fine.
The-
Thank you
I
for
want your
playing it.
opinion, Rose. I want your opinion. I want your opinion, Bob, and I want your opinion, Joseph.
Are you
Well-
gonna change your whole act to make all these fucking
Well,
losers happy?
that's what
keep it original. That's why people love you.
But that's the problem. There's a part of me that doesn't want to let anybody know
Yeah.
what I'm doing.
Because it's fun. It's
Yeah.
fun, right? Are you having a great
But
time?
you know they're gonna come. They're gonna come. They're
Yeah.
gonna come. They're gonna come.
Well, the good news is it's already out there now that you put it on our show.
Right.
So
that's
Yeah.
good.
you know, the
That's
decision
good.
has been made.
Pretty much.
For a troll podcast, most of our response is very positive, which is hilarious because we say I mean, that's not the most offensive thing that's ever been said. Like, your sets
So
are.
you think this, you think I should send it to this guy on Long Island and have him put it on my Facebook page?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
With the climate that's going on now in this country with censorship and word police.
Yeah, but that's what normal people want to hear.
Yeah.
They
do.
don't like the word police as much as we hate them. They probably hate them more.
Yeah.
You know, they know that they're not stupid. Normal people are fucking smart as hell. They
I
know
look at like
difference.
this, like how with Trump, nobody thought he was gonna win because we're stuck in this fucking bubble here, and we just think LA's and all of a sudden he wins. You look at the comments, everybody that doesn't live here loves that shit. That's what they crave it. Like I feel like people want the realness like that, and you're taking it away from them by not posting it on your goddamn Facebook.
So that's
Start
post it. Joseph, what do you say?
I'd say post it.
So what are you worried about? Are you worried about? I mean,
I wish you had the video too.
For you, I think you're just your own.
I guess I'm
own
embarrassed.
monster.
I'm embarrassed. If I was so proud of it, I would post it without even asking a question. I want to be like the comics that just go out there and everybody's happy, and they can even hang out after the show and shake some hands, not run away like a fag in the night. It's horrible. Can you say fag? I don't know. Can we check with somebody? Can you?
We say it. Yeah, it's fine.
We have to ask a fag if we can say it.
Yeah.
Shit.
I mean, it's totally
A liberal
fine.
fag.
We know we're
an
not.
enlightened fag, not a closed.
You're
closeted
obviously not
fag,
homophobic, so who gives a
certain
shit?
amount of
Who
fags,
gives a shit? Yeah.
No, you know what it is? You got to make fun of people. People, I was telling somebody the other day, everybody's got two eyes and a nose and two ears, and everybody's got two legs. And if you make fun of anybody with those characteristics, you're really not making fun of them. You, the only people you can talk about are people. They're the only ones that understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
You want to make fun of giraffes? Who the fuck cares? The giraffes
Yeah.
don't know you're saying anything.
Yeah.
Now, if you got two heads and you make fun of somebody with two heads, well, then you could say, wow, that's kind of bad. That's
Yeah.
You're singling somebody out that's, got two heads.
It's probably pretty funny though.
Oh, it'd be hilarious, but
Yeah.
it would get you fucking banned or thrown off. What do you think about the guy from Saturday Night Live?
Shane Gillis. I just
Shane
found out about
Gillis.
him because my
Shane Gillis, ladies and
Oh,
gentlemen.
yeah.
I've never
dude.
heard of him before this, so this is
me
the best
neither.
thing that ever happened to
Uh,
him.
Yeah, don't
I mean,
know.
he had a podcast like how we do now, speaking freely. He said chink or something on there. He was like, yeah, talking about Chinatown, and then he talked about he called who did he say? Judd Apatow is God damn it, it's so good. He called him some kind of he's such a fag. He's gayer than ISIS, something like that. I don't know what he said. People got upset by that.
ISIS is gay.
I'm
Who
like,
would get upset?
the
What do
people.
they do? They call in
Nobody
something?
got
No one
upset.
got upset.
The person that wrote
Yeah.
this article now, like on the New York Times, an opinion piece by another opinion piece of opinion piece of opinion
So
piece.
this one
These
fucking
people suck.
correspondent, this
These people
journalist.
suck. They
Probably a
have
failed open micer. Probably did open mics around town, New York.
He was.
Couldn't hack it.
Yeah.
Literally could not hack it. So then they went to the
His
journalism
name's
school.
Higgins.
started
Marv
writing-
Higgins did an opinion piece in New York Times. I did.
Why do
comedy
you
for
have an
14
opinion
years.
about Saturday Night Live? Here's my opinion. That show sucks, no matter who you put on it.
You know what they
It's
should have?
over.
They should just have all the characters being played by white people, all the races being played by white people, because that's the only people that listen to it, watch it anyway.
Yeah, right.
Who
That's
the
a
fuck
great
is
point.
watching Saturday Night
Yeah.
Live?
No, I'm not.
That shit is
Yeah.
hacked
Don't
as
you
fuck.
feel bad when you're home on a Saturday night and you're watching that? You're like, fuck, dude, I'm a loser.
Loser.
People are
Yeah.
out getting laid right now, and I'm watching Saturday Night Live.
It's been
It's
around
getting
for
out of hand, but I-
45 years.
Yeah.
Time to put
Yeah.
it to
How
bed,
can
huh?
you possibly be like innovative? Like if it's like an
And
institution.
they threw him under the bus
Strangely-
too. Did you see the
Oh,
statement that they
yeah.
wrote? They
They're
threw him under the
assholes.
effing bus.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
And then
say
they
you
hired
should send
another-
that tape to Lorne.
Yeah,
That's what
that's
I
your
say you
audition
do.
tape, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. They threw him under the bus. It's like, who cares? Like, nobody's freaking perfect. Everybody's gonna say something. They just take it out. They take little snippets.
How sad is that to get
It's
the big
like-
job like that and,
Yeah.
and not even get to do your first sketch?
Yeah.
But you know what? He's kind of the troll of the week because his apology
Dude,
was
the-
like, "Hey, I'm sorry if I offended anybody, but
Tough shit.
I was more of a Mad TV guy anyway."
yeah,
I
that's
read
pretty
it.
funny.
So that was good on him. Like, go fuck your. But people got
Yeah.
upset because they're like, "That's
This
not a
made
real
his-
apology."
This
I'm like,
made his
"What-
career. If
how
he's
are you
smart,
supposed to
he'll double
apologize?
down and make the most racist podcast in the world.
What do
Double
people
down,
want?
my friend.
He should call it Ching Chong Ding Dongs.
Fuck yeah, Chinky Town. I don't know what he said that
But
was
they ruined
racist,
his
but-
career now. He's not going to be able to be in
No,
movies. He's not going to be able to
he
be
could
on
be,
television.
He could be a George.
That's
gonna
not
be
his
able to do-
path.
Could be a George
Yeah,
Carlin.
His
exactly.
path is
style
going to be
stunt
making
double.
his own.
So he's
You
going to
know.
be
But maybe he wanted to be.
personal
in it. I don't know.
personal appearances.
That's sad.
Yeah.
man.
Personal appearances only
Yeah.
for this guy.
Well, I think now even with like podcasts, we live in a different freaking time. It doesn't fucking. He's
People
he's
can
got
be
people that are going to listen to
independent.
him. They're independent. It doesn't.
If they like your shit, they'll support you.
Yeah.
So
It
Did any of
just-
that bad press hurt Dave Chappelle? Fuck no. Now he's got legend
Yeah.
status.
Yeah.
Not that he didn't already have
But
it,
they didn't write an article
Right.
about the Bill Clinton flying in the Lolita Express a million fucking
Well,
times. They don't give
they-
a shit about that.
No, why would
No,
they?
look, this guy said chink. Okay. You know why it's okay to
so
say
did
chink
Sarah
in my mind?
Silverman, and it made her career. Well, how does this?
I'm too sensitive. That's what it is. I'm too sensitive.
I
We
get that
all
about
are.
you.
We all are sensitive.
Well,
if you're
you're
saying
not
that,
supposed to be sensitive. You're supposed to say fuck everybody, send it out. Who gives a fuck what anybody says?
yeah.
Yeah.
Comics, you're supposed to expose yourself. You're supposed to get exposure. I'm like, oh, I don't want to.
Well, you're intelligent. You're also
I
intelligent.
don't want to, no, I don't want anybody to
Yeah.
know what I'm doing. I'm afraid. I'm afraid of the exposure because,
Well, because you're a true artist. You want to do whatever you want to do and make people laugh, make people feel guilty
I
for
don't want to be
laughing at
hated.
that funny
I don't want to be
shit.
hated, though. I don't want to be hated and disliked.
You're not going to
and-
be
and-
hated.
It does feel cool. It feels kind of underground if you're like late night watching your set. You
Hmm
know what I mean?
It does.
It has that kind of vibe.
Oh, thank you.
It does. It's like we have this secret. We're like, oh my gosh, this is Brian Holtzman, and
What a
everybody's
lineup
just in
tonight.
tears.
Holy cow. What a lineup they have tonight.
You're on tonight, right?
I'm going to go up tonight.
In the main room.
Right.
Okay.
I put in for Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, and thank God, I'm very happy and humbled and fortunate to be on that list. And because there's 60 or 70 comics that call into the Comedy Store
Yeah.
every week. But so
Well-
I guess I'm gonna put it on there then. I guess.
Well, the Comedy Store loves you. You got that backing. You got the mecca
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
all
but will
comedy
you guys
backing.
back me when the shit hits the fan?
Of course.
Fuck
Are you
yeah.
kidding
I'm gonna
me?
drag all
Of
three of you
course.
down.
Fuck yeah.
Please.
We changed the show to We Four Trolls.
Yeah. You kidding me? So what's the show you're doing now with downstairs in the studio, in the
Oh,
podcast
yeah.
studio?
We did
hear
the number
good
6
things.
today.
Okay.
They're getting some in the can. It's
Have you released it yet?
no, they're still working on it. They have
What's it
two
gonna
that
be
they're
called?
Calling in Sick with Brian Holtzman.
Oh my God, that's great.
And I'm encouraging
great.
normal people with
Okay.
normal jobs. I want to talk to. I seem to get a fun time with normal people.
Mhm.
Not that we're not going to have entertainers and musicians and comics, but we've already had a couple of incidents. One of the guests bolted.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Some
Did they take
woman. You ever
anything?
see a woman that dresses up really nice, like she's going to a party, but she's homeless? She came in. She was going to sing. She was a singer, and she saw me interview some other guy before her, and then she bolted.
She got
And
scared.
one of my guests encouraged her that maybe the show wasn't right for you. I said, "What are you doing? You can't encourage
my
the fucking
God.
guest to leave." It's like that movie Fargo. She's fleeing the interview. He's fleeing the interview. She was fleeing the podcast.
She felt she was too good for it.
I don't know what she was thinking.
So what is it? You interview people with just like normal jobs, or
I would like to get people. I want to interview bank tellers. I want
Okay.
cops. I want taxi cab drivers and valets. We had a valet on today.
that would be interesting.
We had.
Did you have to have a Spanish translator, or how did you do that?
Well, we had one guy didn't speak a lick of English, so we just kind of talked over him the whole time, let him sit there. We had a couple of maintenance guys from the Comedy Store. We had 2 phone guys, Arthur and Marvin.
Okay.
You know Marvin with the rugged hair, thickest hair I've ever seen.
Haven't seen him.
No offense, Joseph. I'm sorry. And we had some phone guys, and then so yeah, I'm trying to get regular people that just want to be on the show. So we'll see what happens with the show. It's like any show. You feel
That's
better
fun.
about
And you
some
got an
shows than
audience
other
that
shows.
comes in and watches too, or you guys are
Sometimes we have
figuring
more
out?
than others, but most people are working at 12 in the
Right.
afternoon on a Wednesday. So
besides comics and bartenders and
Yeah.
strippers,
Degenerates.
degenerates.
but it's all in the editing room. So hopefully our editors, Todd, is doing a good job. I told him to just think of
Oh,
Monty
yeah.
Python's Flying Circus. Remember
Okay.
Monty Python's Flying Circus
Mhm.
or Groove Tube, the movie,
Yeah, I remember
Mhm.
being a nerd.
or even Blazing Saddles.
Yeah.
Cut, funny, cut, just cut, keep cutting, and just take out the not funny parts, just leave in the funny parts.
Thank
So
you.
just keep cutting to the funny, and then you'll have a whole funny show.
Yeah.
Don't worry about structure. Don't worry about this. Don't worry about that. Just make it funny.
I
And
like
if
that.
And if there's only 5 minutes of funny, well, then that podcast day is going to be 5 minutes long.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
100%.
I like that thinking. But yeah, I feel like a lot of people are catching on to you, though, on your Twitter and your Instagram. I feel like a lot of, especially with the videos that you have been posting
Darren
daily.
Carter told me to do one a day. I've never been on social media, per se, all these years. And I met Darren Carter over at Canner's. And he told me to do one a day.
You mean the party starter?
Yeah, the party
Darren
starter.
Carter, the party starter.
I'm Joseph Larkin, the
I love
party
it.
stopper. I stop the party.
He's so white. Even the inside of his rectum is white.
Mhm.
That's how white he is.
Holy
Bleached.
shit.
And he told me to do one a day, and he said they don't even have to be funny. They don't have to be funny. And when he said that, a light went off in my head and
You
said,
got freedom.
I said, I can do that. I cannot be
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
Oh, I can do that. And that's when
Pressure
the
off.
The pressure's off. He said,
But they're
"Holtzman, you'll do one a
hilarious.
day."
Yeah, they're hilarious. I mean, it's crazy
Thank you.
circumstances. I love them. I love them. I
Right
think
now,
that's
you know,
great
I'm
advice.
going through an injury right now from standing on my head. So
Yeah.
that's about
I didn't know
14
how
days.
that started.
Yeah.
Yeah, I stood on my head.
For how long?
I got back from work, and I didn't know what I was going to do today, and I said to myself, what am I going to do, stand on my head? And I said,
You really did this?
you just got it. Stand on your head. Stand on your fucking head.
You listened to your inspiration.
Oh, I
Yeah.
do. Yeah. There's
Yeah.
no one else there. So this is a fun podcast. I like this
God,
stream.
it's me,
Yeah.
Brian. Yeah, we have a lot of fun. And I mean, that's all we do is we just talk about whatever the fuck we want to talk about because everybody now feels like they have to sugarcoat everything. I'm not even a comedian. I'm scared. I was just thinking of all the things. I'm like, thank God I'll never be famous because if they look through all the crap I've said, just joking, they could just take a context of something and go crazy. But I think most smart people that like entertainment, I read a lot of comments. I mean, I'm probably a pro at reading comments and culture now because I'm telling you, people want that shit. They want something off color. They want something that's like, I don't want to say aggressive like you. You're not really aggressive. It's just, it's
Like-
different.
like
all,
this-
all comedians sound the same now.
I'm
They all
sh-
sound the same. You're different. You stand out in my mind. And that's why people, when they leave the show, they're going to go home and talk about what you said and just be dying laughing. Like, oh my God, I can't believe you said that. Be giggling to themselves. That's what they're taking away from that.
I brought a few more rape jokes if it's okay.
Oh,
yeah,
excellent.
totally.
You're going to force it on us, huh?
You know, and what was I going to say? It's like the gentleman was making fun supposedly of the Chinese people. He doesn't hate Chinese people. He doesn't.
No,
It's baseless. It's
It
just
is,
you know,
it
it's
is.
just baseless.
it is.
You know, when comics talk about things on stage, you know.
Oh, yeah, it's not real life, people.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
real life.
Not real
Right.
life,
That's
guys.
why
Not
there's a
No.
stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not
It's
just in a conversation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if I said the stuff
Like-
on the street corner that I say
Right.
on stage, you'd fucking recoil in horror
Yeah.
or punch
Yeah.
me in the
That's
face.
what I
or
tell him.
Yeah.
I said, if
yeah.
I was at CVS telling you this in the aisle,
Yeah.
you could be offended.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can
Or-
call for the manager.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can call the policeman. But this
Yeah.
is inside a comedy club.
Yeah.
I'm sure I've had worse stuff uttered on the bus, you know,
Yeah.
Right.
by lunatics.
I want to do one from the bus.
Yeah,
Ooh.
fuck yeah.
Yeah, live?
Oh, fuck yeah. Interviewing a
I'm
bunch
on the
of
bus.
randos. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
I always
do
try
a
to see the
series.
people's faces in the background, like when you're in the restaurant. You were in like in a Chinese restaurant, not a chink restaurant, Chinese restaurant.
Chinese. Oriental. No, you can't
Oriental.
say Oriental. I can't say
You
that.
can't say.
but
it
you're
anymore.
describing a restaurant. It is an Oriental restaurant. Jesus Christ, man.
Everybody's on edge. I'm on edge. I
It's
gotta
nuts.
show you my video because I'm not sure I want to release it.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I mean, that was pretty wild. What the video? It is. I mean, what you're talking about is wild, but it's
But it's
because
a-
no
but-
no
but
other
it's
nobody
kidding
else has
around.
balls to do that. But it is kidding around. If you don't understand it's a joke, then you know.
I
you're
mean,
an idiot.
the whole
Laughing
story is
hardest.
about
You're a
sex.
fucking retard. if
The
you don't
whole
understand.
story, Epstein and the young girl, the whole thing
Yeah.
is the underlying sexual content.
Yeah.
How America loves that I mean, what's the biggest business in the whole wide world in America? besides landscaping?
Sex with kids.
Landscape and pussy.
I say
Pornographic
pornography.
Yeah.
industry. Every hotel in America's got it pumping through the wires.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This
And
And they
everywhere.
edit out all the dicks
It's
from
all
the
right
hotel
here.
porn.
It's all on the
You
phone
just
now.
pull
You don't got to
your-
do
I
anything.
don't
I
trust
love
it. I don't
hotel
ever use it on
porn.
the phone. I'm
Dude,
afraid.
use
I'm afraid they're watching you jerk off. I'm always afraid they're
they
watching
are
me.
watching
And then they
you.
ask if you want to share it afterwards. I'm like, no, I want to share this on Facebook. I don't want everybody to know what I'm into. Come on.
I think Grandmama would like this gangbang.
yeah,
Yeah.
no.
There's 3 black guys. Come on, you
Yeah.
love it,
Who's
Grandmama.
next? Yeah, no, dude. Nobody's into that. All right, so we have a couple more minutes left.
That's the ultimate
Are-
trolling.
are you
share
down to take
porn
some
on your
photos with us?
Facebook.
Yeah.
Sure. That
Will
was
you?
that was
Yeah.
quick. It's over already.
We're only
Speaking
here
of
for like an hour.
pornography,
Yeah,
an hour
and I
already,
got to
Rose?
clock in at 7.
Wow, that was. I'll never see any of you again.
How
Yeah.
painless.
Sure, we'll take some
I
photographs.
told you
no
it was gonna be
problem.
really
yeah.
easy. It's fun. I mean,
Oh,
we
yeah.
we just shoot the shit and we talk about
Wow.
whatever.
Well, I'm glad, and thanks for letting me give me some advice on this.
Thanks for the
I didn't
laughs.
mean-
That was
it was
incredible.
Only 13 minutes. I didn't want to take too much time in the podcast.
No,
I mean, a
that's
podcast.
perfect.
Excellent.
I think our listeners are gonna love it. Yeah.
Can I say
Good.
one thing about these people that get like offended by jokes? I don't want your fucking friendship because you get offended at jokes. You're not fun to be around. So the 2% of people that get offended by jokes, fuck them. Fuck
Yeah.
them.
Sean-
Fuck them.
Sean-
They suck.
Sean Pulaski took her fiance into the see my show once, and he really liked it. And so then she thought it would be a safe match.
That's
You know,
excellent.
just like
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Someone who has a fucking sense of humor.
That's hilarious.
Exactly.
He is a great guy too. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
perfect.
He's from Brazil.
Brazil, yeah. He's a
Also,
great guy.
I mean,
He's learning how to use soap now, so that's.
Oh,
Oh no! Did you say
Stand
that?
on
Did
learning.
you hear what he said about people from Brazil? Oh my God! Tell the Brit. You know, it just goes on and on.
he's
and
probably
on
going to
and
move on to
on.
toilets next. You know.
Jeez, yeah, maybe
Yeah.
he'll flush this time.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what a dirty animal he is. No. And
God.
the other thing was there was a guy in an audience once, and he brought his girlfriend to see the comedy show, and I was on, and she was quite a bitch, and he wasn't really comfortable with her whatsoever. And during my show, she just left, and he came up
Yes.
to me one time, and he said, "You know, I was here one time, and I was with this girl, and she was a bitch, and I am so happy. She was so upset with your act that she got up and left. Thank you so much."
Sounds like a dumb bitch.
That's the best
Yeah.
compliment
God.
I ever
Yeah,
got.
that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thanks, dude.
That guy was
That helps
free
me.
to just do whatever he wanted that
Yeah.
evening. Didn't have to stay any longer with her.
See,
shit.
whenever there's heckling when I'm on stage, and there's always heckling when I'm on stage, but it's always a woman, and she's often there with a man. I think from now on, I'm going to start befriending the man and be like, "Hey, your woman sucks. She's embarrassing you in front of all
Yeah.
these strangers."
I always feel bad for the guy.
Fuck
Actually, when the
yeah.
girl's like that, I'm like, dude, just break up with her. Like,
That's the
just
worst
go
feeling
jerk
in the
off.
world.
Leave her.
Be
Just
humiliated in front
leave
of all
her.
those people.
Leave
Go
her.
jerk off.
leave her and go home and jerk off. Go home and jerk off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Leave
get
her
outta
there.
here.
Let her act an ass by herself. Who gives a fuck? She's an asshole.
Jerk off in the car. Don't
Yeah,
wait
who
till you get
cares?
home.
Yeah.
Get it while you
Be like,
can.
hey, Uber, do you mind if I roll this window down so I could jerk off?
That's
Thank
why
you.
I use Uber carpool, because I jerk off in the car. I need an
Oh,
audience.
God.
I'm little Louis C.K. over here, guys.
Oh, jeez.
Joey
I always,
PL.
I always keep a little one of those hotel hand creams in the glove box. You know.
Because you like your dick to be
Sometimes
soft.
you have to use the little
No, I don't want to
shampoos.
chafe it. You know, I don't want to
Yeah, yeah.
cut it up. You know,
I always steal the hotel
you
creams
don't
too.
have that problem, Rose.
No, I got my own lube. I spit.
Mhm.
That's gross. By the
Yeah,
way,
that's
ladies,
gross.
don't spit on my dick. It's fucking gross. Or just don't do that. I don't
Brian
like that.
Holtzman.
I'm sensitive too. You can say whatever racial slurs you want. Just do not spit on my dick. Just don't do it. And it's like when they say
It's
they
because they
let
saw it on a
drool-
porno and they think it's hot.
it
They
was
think that's
gross
what
in the
guys want.
porno too,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
the part I fast forwarded over.
I'm an official troller now. Huh?
Yeah,
You
fuck
are.
yeah.
Absolutely.
You are. I
You
think
got
you
your
always have
wings.
been. I think you always have been. You
You're-
just have a
got,
term
you just
for
got
it now.
made fiends and family
Yeah.
at We Three Trolls. That's a very esteemed whatever position.
Brian, thank you so much for coming.
My
I hope
pleasure.
you come
Thanks for having
again
me.
sometime.
Anytime.
And you're my favorite comedian ever. Where can people find you?
right here.
Twitter, Instagram.
Twitter.
Comedy
It's
Store.
at Holtzman Brian.
Okay.
HOLTZMAN at Holtzman Brian on Twitter, and Instagram is Brian Holtzman, and Brian is spelled BRIAN.
Not the fucking gay way with the Y. Thank you. Jesus.
And
We're
come,
gonna get a lot of
Oh
calls
my
on this
God.
episode. We got the fags, the chinks, the gays. We got the
Some
the
fag
Brazil.
named
Oh,
Brian.
words
People from
hurt me
Brazil.
so
We didn't say
badly.
anything about Jews
Masturbation,
yet.
14-year-olds,
Words.
Jeffrey Epstein. We're all fucked.
We got it all in. We got it in. We got it all
and come
in.
to the Comedy Store and see you do comedy for
Oh,
sure.
absolutely.
It's what comedy is
Got it.
about.
Come
Coming to
after
that
12
show.
and it's free. Usually I'm up after 12.
Yeah, main room. Yeah, Wednesdays and Sundays usually, right?
Wednesdays, Friday, and Saturday.
Hell yeah.
I'm catching dogs on the other nights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Doing
till
God's
next year.
work.
Just till next year.
I
Hell
love
yeah.
you, Brian. Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for coming on.
Keep
Bye-bye.
on trolling.
Brian.
Troll on.
That was awesome.